Are you ready to turn heads? Luxury isn't just worn, it's experienced. Introducing a Layla Cara style and new up-and-coming designer collection where exclusive shoes and bags for men and women meets your feet. How about you take a handbag and wear it in style, where each piece is personally designed by Layla Carroll herself and handcrafted from the finest material in Italy. Leather, smooth like butter, bold, timeless, distinctly you. Step into true elegance and make your mark with a Layla Cara style where confidence meets craftsmanship. Visit a Layla Cara style and experience the luxury of art that you wear. Welcome. So today is day 3 of week 8, and I want to tell you that you are awesome. Okay? You are amazing. And I'm so happy to be on this journey with you, to be able to teach you, but not only to teach you, to share my experience with you, to give you the opportunity to know that you're not alone and that you can beat this and you are going to be amazing at the end of the day. So you're also going to be amazing come tomorrow. You're going to be amazing next week. You're going to be amazing next month, next year, and the years to come. You are amazing. Next week is week 9, and we're going to talk about trauma, healing from trauma. And that's when you're going to see me give you some exercises that you can do, techniques that you can do, mindfulness stretching, as well as, matter of fact, I'm going to put the mindfulness stretching in this particular week just so you can get started. But I'm also going to put it again next week so that way you get the opportunity to continue, but as well as the trauma qigong to help release all that negative tension in your body, to get all that out of you, because negativity do live inside of you, whether you know it or not. Negative energy, it lives inside of you. But it's not only that it lives inside of you, it brews inside of you like witches brew, you know? It causes your organs to become damaged. It causes you to have organ failure, blood pressure problems, heart problems, headaches, brain problems, all those things. So I'm going to teach you how to be able to get rid of that stuff. And that's week 9. But I will give you a sample of it this week. Right after this video, you'll get the opportunity to go in and do the stretching. I don't want to keep you waiting. Go ahead and get started with the mindfulness stretching, and then we'll go on until the trauma building and healing, okay? Healing from trauma. So today, which is week 8, day 3, what we're going to do in today's lesson is talk about setting personal goals and aspirations. Setting personal goals and aspiration is a fundamental aspect of personal development and overall well-being, your overall well-being. Here's an in-depth look into why it's important and how it can positively impact your life. The importance of setting personal goals and aspirations provides direction and focus, clarity of purpose. Setting goals give you a clear sense of direction. It helps you identify what you want to achieve and provides a roadmap for how to get to it, how to get there. Goals act as a guide, helping you prioritize your actions and decisions to align with your desired outcomes. Motivation. Goals serve as a source of motivation by giving you something to strive for. A person without a vision is going nowhere, right? Got to know where you're going. Just like when you get in the car to drive, where are you going? You can't just get in the car and drive. You're going nowhere. But if you know where you're going, that means you have a vision, okay? That's a goal. And they provide a sense of purpose and a reason to stay committed to your effort. The process of working towards a goal keeps you engaged and motivated, especially during challenging times. Enhance personal growth and development. So it's another reason why it's important. Self-improvement. Setting goals encourages continuous self-improvement. Because when you go back when you look at certain things, you might say, whoa, wait a minute, I need to do something different here. So what it does it pushes you to step out of your comfort zone and to learn new skills and to expand your knowledge. Okay? It keeps you from being stagnant and keep you from standing neutral. It's mean going nowhere, really. Achieving goals help build self-confidence and self-evaluation, reaffirming your belief and your ability to achieve. It lets you know that you can succeed in these areas. That's why it's important to set goals, because you can see it, all right? So it also have growth in your mindset, the way you think about your life and the way you think about your abilities and things you can do. So having aspiration foster a growth mindset, which is the belief that you have the ability and the intelligence that you can develop anything and be persistent and perseverance past it, okay? So your efforts, you won't give up easy because you know you have a goal and you want to achieve it, all right? And also a growth mindset leading to resilience and a positive attitude towards change and setbacks. Any type of challenges, you will have a positive attitude towards it instead of a negative attitude towards it. So it also promotes time management and productivity. Keep you from wasting your time. So prioritization. Goals help you prioritize tasks and manage your time effectively by focusing on what's important. You can allocate your time and resources effectively. That way you won't let other people waste your time either. You won't let them be like, hey, I'm coming over to see you, and you're like, okay, well, I got things I got to do. And then you be like, okay, well, I'm going to let them go ahead and come over, and then they stay over too long, and then you don't get the opportunity to do what you were supposed to do. No, your goal setting will be like, hey, today is not a good day. How about we plan for you to come over another day, but not today? Now, there are some exceptions to the rules. Person come in from out of town, and you ain't seen them in a long time. Then, of course, that's when you're going to adjust your goal planning and say, okay, well, I'm going to make sure I do this for sure tomorrow, or I'm going to get up a little bit earlier than I normally do and get this done. You can do that as well. So clear goals reduce distractions and prevent procrastination, as you have to define a path to follow. What it does, it makes sure you have a clear path that you are on and you're following that path, all right? So measurable and accountability. Goals provide a benchmark for measuring progress. Yeah, you get to see how far you got left and how far have come. What have you already achieved and what you need to do to keep going. So regularly tracking your progress towards your goals help you stay accountable and making necessary adjustment along the way. Accountability increases your commitment and likelihood of achieving your objective. When you hold yourself accountable, it helps. I remember when I first started back working out. I went a long period out working out from when I was about 27. I think from 20 around 26, I kind of didn't work out as much, and by the time I was 27, I started seeing myself getting a little gut. And I was like, wow, I'm too young for a gut. And I remember I had this guy friend that I bet. I had a bet. We had a bet going on. And I bet him that I can lose a certain amount of weight and get down to my goal at a particular time. And he was another one who was feeling himself not being happy with his weight. And he was like, well, I can too. And then I don't know how we got on this bet, but we did. And I told him I seen some boots that I wanted and they came up to my knees or whatever. And I was like, I bet I will get there before you. And I bet you're going to give up before I do. And he was like, oh, no, he's very competitive or whatever. He's like, I know I want. And so what ended up happening, of course, we started off working out together. And I would be like, hey, today we're going to work out. And all of a sudden he started falling off like, not today, maybe tomorrow. But see, what I did differently from him is that I wrote down the days that I was going to work out. I wrote down every single workout I was going to do on that particular day and how many reps I was going to do. And I had it already in mind. It was on paper. And I'm like, I can't not do this because I've written this down. I don't want to let myself down. So I started holding myself accountable for what I wrote on paper. And he did not write his down. I asked him, why did you not write yours down? He was like, I don't need to. It's all in my head. I don't need to write that down. I know what I'm going to do. So, okay, then, before you know it.
We'll be back after a quick break.
If you haven't already, check out my luxury shoe and bag collection, a Layla Carroll style. Each piece is personally designed by me and handcrafted from genuine Italian leather. Whether you're dressing up or keeping it casual, these pieces were made to help you walk with confidence. Because real style starts from how you feel. Go to alaylacarrollstyle.com and experience these bold, timeless, and completely all you. Check it out. You might find something you like.
He stopped working out with me. And I was like, well, guess what? I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue. So I started working out since I'm such an outdoor person. I would go to the bayou, and it was the way the bayou was made. You could either walk, run, ride your bike, skate, whatever, because they have pavement. And I would go walking every day when I came home from work. And then after I stopped walking, I would do the workout that was on my list. And I wouldn't do the workout on the list every day. I did that every other day. But the walking I did every day. And I started using the walking as therapy. Every time I would walk, I started thinking about what I want to do with my life, how I want to get there. And I was just, and it became my therapy. The walking did. And before you know it, I had dropped the weight. And not only did I drop the weight, I dropped more than I thought that I was planning on dropping. And of course, I got to my ideal weight before he did. And he had to buy me those boots. And he sure did. He bought those boots. And he was like, I admire your confidence and how you did what you did. You put that work in. And to this day, I still hold myself accountable for whatever I have written down on paper to try to do. Every now and then, I don't always get to make it the way I want to. Sometimes I'd be like, dang, I wish I would have continued, but I don't let it get me down. Sometimes I would just reattempt to try it again. If I didn't make it the first time, Like they say, first you don't succeed, try again. So I would do that as well. So holding yourself accountable is something that you want to do. So that makes you to be able to continue with your journey and your goal setting, all right? And what it does, it boosts your self-esteem and in as well as your confidence. So a sense of accomplishments, achieving your goals, it's not only about achieving something that is major like what I did with weight loss. Even the small little things, very small, something just as tiny as anything, that is also something that you can also use as something to celebrate and see yourself making progress, that you're able to accomplish something or, as well, because it boosts your self-esteem. That's what it does. And celebrate the milestones along the way. Definitely celebrate. Keep yourself motivated. That's how you keep yourself motivated, is by, so you know what I did? Another thing that I did. What kept me motivated? I would put pictures of people who was older than me and they was looking good for their age, like Janet Jackson. I'm sorry, that woman is like, she knows how to get in shape. And then who else? Jennifer Lopez, another one who knows how to get in shape, as well as Vivian Green. She was another one. And I had some more pictures of some more people, and then I had pictures of myself when I was looking good and I enjoyed the way I looked. I put all that on my own, like a vision board, but it wasn't necessarily a vision board. I had a little corner in the wall by my bathroom when I was going in and out of my bathroom, and I put those pictures on my wall. And I would look at them pictures every day and I would say, oh man, if this woman can look like this at this age, I can look like that. You know, I cannot have an excuse to not work out and get my body right. So use anything that can motivate you to keep you going. You know, find what motivates you and post it somewhere and keep it to keep you going. So also setting goals, what it also does, it builds your confidence. It helps you to succeed in reaching your goals by building confidence in your abilities. It helps you recognize your strengths and reinforce your capabilities to overcome challenges. Confidence gain from your goal setting. What it does is that it helps you to achieve anything that you spell out. You write it down, you know you can do it, you look at it deeply, you can see it. So that's where your confidence start coming in at, okay? So confidence gained from goal achievements spelled over and over again. You can write it again and again and again, or you don't have to. It depends on you. If you think you need to write it more than once, then write it more than once. But what it does, it helps you to overcome any type of challenges that you have in your life, and it enhances your overall well-being because it helps you to see things better than what you did before. So improving your mental health and your well-being, this is also another reason why you should have goals and write them out, because it helps you to have a positive outlook. Having goals and aspiration foster a positive outlook on life. It gives you something to look forward to and reduce feelings of aimlessness and any type of stagnation. The process of setting and working towards goals can provide a sense of hope and optimism. Stress reduction. Yes, this is another reason why it's good to set goals. Clear goals help reduce stress by providing structure and direction. Knowing what you want to achieve and how to get there eliminate uncertainty and anxiety. The sense of control and progress associated with goal setting can improve mental health and reduce feelings of hopelessness. Yeah, and it also can help reduce feeling of helplessness and make you know that you are able and capable of getting it done. All right. So also fostering a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Meaningful life. Yes, it helps you realize that you are here for a purpose. You are in this world because you belong and you are supposed to be here. Goals give you life meaning and purpose. They align with your values and aspiration, helping you live a life that is fulfilling and true to yourself. Not to the narcissist, but to you, okay? Working towards meaningful goals enhance your sense of fulfillment and satisfaction with your life. And then also, when you set goals, you're not only looking at yourself, you also contributing to others. Yeah, because whatever it is that you are literally setting your goals for, you're not the only one who's going to benefit from it. Other people are too. So many personal goals involves contributing to the well-being of others, whether through career aspirations. See, when you have career aspirations, you are helping somebody else as well when you're doing your job, whatever it is that you're choosing to do. Volunteer work or personal development. When you're healthy and you're happy, when people are around you, they're able to get a sense of relief too. Yeah, you'd be surprised what energy you putting out there to other people and why they're connecting to you. You're happy, they can feel that. All right. So, accomplishing such goals can provide a deep sense of satisfaction and connection to a broader community. People see you accomplishing your goals, they can say to themselves, I can accomplish my goals too. Look what she did. Like how I said about Janet Jackson and J Lo and all. I'm like, man, wait a minute. They in their 50s and stuff. I should be able to do this. Come on now. They can do it. I can too. Yeah, they got money and personal trainers, but I had to educate myself on what my body likes and don't like and need and don't need and go from there. Hey, I like sugar. I like carbs. I'm not going to be having no keto diet, but I'm going to learn how to still work out and burn that extra fat and stay in a range. What is my ideal weight? At first, my ideal weight was 160. Now, I like my weight right now. I'm like right at 200, and I'm 5'8". I'm somewhere up in there. And I like my thickness and my curves, but I'm not fat. I'm healthy. I done got myself checked from the doctor. So I don't have no heart problems, no diabetes, no high cholesterol, no high blood pressure, any of those things. I'm good. So as long as I keep my stress down, I don't have to worry about those migraines. Every now and then I get a migraine, and that's usually coming from the heat and the sun if I'm outside too long. But or if I'm overly working myself and I'm not getting enough sleep, then I know what to do to reduce that migraine. So what I'm saying is find what works for you. All right. And when people see that and they say, man, this girl or this guy, whatever, they doing their thing, man, I got to get on it too. You inspire others. All right. So here's how you can put all this into action. So how to effectively set personal goals and aspiration. What do you do? How did this work? What you need? Let me tell you. So number one, what you're going to need is to define clear and specific goals. You got to be clear about your stuff, all right? So ensure your goals are clear and specific. Vague goals are difficult to achieve because they lack direction and manageable outcomes. So you really have to make sure what you're choosing to do, you can actually achieve it. It's achievable. You know it can happen because you see someone else do it or because you found a way to do it. Okay. Number two, you want to set realistic goals. We talked about that. So achievable, realistic. So we already talked about specific goals. What is it that you actually want to do? Now, is it realistic? So while it's important to challenge yourself, make sure your goals are realistic and attainable, given your current resources and your conditions. Anything that's going on in your life, what do you have? What do you have in your hand? You know, I always say, what do you have in your hand? What do you have at hand? What do you have at your grasp, at your reach? What can you grab onto and use to help you get these goals done? Okay. And then you have number 3, you want to break your goals down into manageable steps. So divide large goals into smaller, measurable tasks. All right. We already talked about that. So break it down and make it small. So you want to make this process more easy for you. All right. Don't overwhelm yourself, and take very steady process to get to your overall big goal. Number 4, you need to create a plan of action. So remember I said I had the calendar. This day I'm going to do this, that day I'm going to do that. So you have to make sure that you develop a detailed plan outlining the steps needed to achieve your goals. This is a timeline and a deadline to keep yourself accountable to. So you say today, tomorrow, next week, Sunday, whatever day, I'm going to get this done, and you make sure you get it done. Check it off. Put that check mark by that task that you completed that. Because when you see those checks, it makes you feel good, all right? Like I have all types of things that I hold myself accountable for to get done, because I know a lot of people tell me, I have had people say, I don't know where you have all this time to do all this stuff. It's because I take the time in the day and I say I'm going to get this done, and this done. And I'm going to rest this day. I'm not doing anything this day. I took 4 days of rest last week. 4 days. Went on a vacation with my husband, and I was like, okay, I had one task I need to get done, and I made sure I got that done, even though I should have been resting and not getting it done. But I'm like, I'm going to get this done. Once I get this done, I waited until everything was settled. We got into bed. I got on my laptop, and I put everything and got things together. And I said, okay, now I'm done with that. No more work for the rest of this trip. I'm going to enjoy me and my husband. To do him like that too, because he was working, and I'm like, you and this basketball stuff, come on now. Oh, we need a break. That's why we out here. We out here to have a break. No more basketball stuff. No more work. Let it go. We will work when we get home. And he's like, okay. So I'm telling you, you have to have a timeline. You have to have a deadline and hold yourself accountable. You also have to monitor every day. Monitor and adjust. So regularly review your progress and adjust your plans as necessary. Be flexible, all right, and willing to adapt to your approach based on what you are learning along the way, because you're going to learn some things that are going to be a little different than what you thought. And you're going to be like, oh my goodness, some of the things that you might be wanting to do, which is going to be a part of your journey, you might find that you need something extra to add to that. It's okay. Add it to that and make it work, okay? Make it work. Or you might find out that some things you have on your goal list you don't even need to get to that goal. And you might want to exit out. It's okay. Exit out, okay? And then you want to stay motivated. Stay motivated. Keep your motivation high, okay? By reminding yourself of the reason behind your goals. Why are you doing this in the first place? So visualize the benefits of achieving your aspiration and stay committed. Definitely stay committed. And celebrate accomplishments. Celebrate your accomplishments no matter how small they are. Recognize your progress and reward yourself for your efforts. Definitely reward yourself. See, how I rewarded myself for losing weight was that, excuse me, I was going to win the bet and I was going to get the boost that I was going to end up buying myself anyway. But instead of me buying it, I won the bet and my friend had to buy the boost for me. And I still got my boots. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So remind yourself why you're doing it anyway. Reward yourself for your efforts. So you want to continue to setting personal goals and aspirations because it is it's essential for providing directions. That's why it's important to set these goals. It also enhances your personal growth, providing time management so that way you know how to manage your time and get these things done, and you won't let time get away from you. It boosts your self-esteem and fostering a sense of purpose in this world, in this life that God has given to you, okay? He has breathed breath of life inside of you. So now you know the purpose because you set these goals of why you're here. So by effectively setting and working towards goals, you can create a fulfilling and meaningful life that aligns with your true values and your desires. Remember to stay flexible. Celebrate your progress and remain committed. Don't give up. Do not give up. And don't allow people to distract you. Stay away from distractions. Put your phones on a timer when you can time yourself off those devices. Okay? And stay committed. Remain committed to your personal development in your journey. And you will find yourself and know who you are. All right? This is the end of week 8. What you need to do is continue with those assignments that I gave you, those activities, and let's continue with week 9 next week. We're going to talk about making sure that you understand how to heal from trauma. We're going to talk about PTSD. We're going to talk about C, PTSD. We're going to talk about any type of traumatic approaches for healing, as well as releasing guilt and shame. So we're going to get deeper into week 9. Week 9 is going to be a week of you understanding what's going on with yourself and how you can go ahead and get the help that you need. So I'm going to talk about the trauma that you can do for Qigong, how you can relieve any type of trauma in your body. And I'm going to not only just talk about Qigong and show you the video of exercise that you can do, I'm also going to talk about any other type of healing approaches that you can do as far as therapy and trauma-focused therapy. Oh, we're going to get deep. We're going to get deep because we're going to talk about your friends, your peers, any type of people that you have in your life that are causing PTSD symptoms in your life and how to interact with them or not. Or not, okay? And of course, we're going to definitely talk about releasing the guilt and the shame, because I had to release the guilt and the shame. Part of me was feeling real guilty about accepting the things that I had going on in my second marriage, knowing dang on well I knew better. But yet I allowed my own desires to keep me there. So we're going to talk about that. And then, of course, week 10. Week 10 is about establishing healthy boundaries. I will teach you how to do that. You're going to be very assertive. We're going to do some assertive training in week 10. And then we got a week 11, 12, and 13. So week 13 is a bonus week. What I teach you in week 13 is how to stay away from narcissism, how to stay out of narcissistic relationship, how to not return back to those type of relationships, and how to recognize it automatically when it starts from the very first sign, and not to feel guilty or pressured into getting in that type of relationship again. So hopefully you stay with me and you continue on this journey. And of course, you have the book. And for those of you on the podcast, if you would like to know more about this course, go online to imagingcoaching.com, go where it says plans, and you will be able to go, plans and programs. You'll be able to go there. Let me see. I'm going there right now as I speak to make sure that I'm giving you the right direction where you see and sign up for break. And I have No, I take that back. Plan is where you will actually do coaching with me when you want to coaching sessions with me, live coaching session. Programs is where you will go to join the program, breaking the spell. I also have other programs on there like the Fat Burner on Demand. That's free. You can actually do that right now. Fat Burner on Demand. You can go ahead and sign up for that. It helps you to lose weight if you want to lose some weight. Then I have another program called Live on Purpose. That one is to help you discover what you actually want to do in this world, what you are here for, why you are here in the first place. So when you're creating your goals and you're not sure what you're supposed to be doing, if you sign up for the program Live on Purpose, discover your purpose in 6 weeks, you will know exactly what you're supposed to do in this world. And then for those of you that are suffering from PTSD, that program that I had designed for this called the Stress Eliminator. If you're struggling and suffering from anxiety or anything that's stressing you out, you can sign up for that program as well. And that program is to help you to combat stress. Thank you. And we will see and talk to you again next week.
Are you feeling overwhelmed and exhausted by stress? Introducing Stress Management with Imaging Coaching, your ticket to a calmer, more balanced life. In this journey you will be taking with us here at Imaging Coaching, we'll equip you with powerful techniques and tools you can use to conquer stress, regain control, and transform your life. From deep breathing exercises to mindfulness practices, you'll discover the tools to relax your mind and body. Come join us on this transformative path and unlock a world of inner peace and resilience. Don't let stress hold you back any longer. Take charge of your well-being today with Imaging Coaching, your stress management team. Discover clarity. Defeat stress through Imaging Coaching at imagingcoaching.com, at imagingcoaching.com, at imagingcoaching.com, at imagingcoaching.com.